The world of women's bodybuilding has always been controversial. From the decrease in size of the purse to the increase of the size of the women's physiques, it is a sport that is in transition.
The physique of the pro females have changed so much. You would look at a contest that I was in and look at a contest 2 years ago, and you'd say, this isn't even the same sport. A perfect description is when people find out I'm ex-Miss Olympia, 6-time Miss Olympia, and they go, oh, but you don't look like one of those bodybuilders that I see on TV.
Corey Everson did probably the most to keep women's bodybuilding popular because she was such a total package. She was good looking, she had a great body, and she was charismatic. And then after that, I think the winners got more and more muscular and they had less of the total package, and now it's got to the point where there's no total package, there's just a lot of freaky muscle.
In 1985, I ran the Miss Olympia in New York at the Old Felt Forum. We sold 5,000 seats and had to turn a couple of hundred people away. But as the physiques increased, the attendance dropped.
There's the argument that every athlete should be permitted to develop themselves to the maximum. But to turn a woman into a man is just a little too much.
When I first started out, my strongest body part were my legs. I came from, tumbling background, track background, dance background, so I always had really genetic legs. My father had great legs.
From the first time she picked up a weight, 2 years later she was a pro.
My husband was my trainer, and we worked very, very hard to just bring out that overall package where no body part stood out from another body part.
After 3 years of trying, Kim Chizevsky won Ms. Olympia 4 times in a row. Away from the bodybuilding limelight, Kim Chizevsky and her sports nutritionist husband, Chad Nichols, live in Missouri.
I am now making a transition to fitness, and it's because basically I've achieved all I could achieve in women's bodybuilding. I had been the big muscular girl for long enough, and I just wanted new challenges.
In deciding to take the fitness challenge, Kim has shed at least 55 pounds of muscle in just over a year. To tear down that much tissue, Kim had to cut down on her protein intake, the most important muscle building block.
I am a lot happier now that I am trimmed down and can wear normal clothes and off-the-rack clothes instead of having to have everything made for me. It was never that I liked being big. I never liked the off-season where you had to, gain weight in order to lose weight to look a certain way. I had like 11-year layoff of doing no gymnastics, no tumbling at all, and I'm above and beyond at the age of 32 where I was when I was, in college. So this is pretty cool for me.
The movement now is with the Miss Fitness Olympia.
The popular bias is in favor of a more lean and traditionally feminine look.
Where women are judged by more traditional standards like they were in the early 80s. More like a beauty contest. Athletic women that are beautiful and have good physical development, have definition, are not big, don't do muscular poses, and have a lot of flexibility and have some kind of act that they do. The prize money is up in the Miss Fitness Olympia compared to the Miss Olympia. That is what's marketable, and it seems to be what draws people in what they want.
I think there's a turnaround coming, and I think this last year was the year that's going to make this turnaround happen. I think the judges and the public and the Weider magazines, I think everybody is saying, enough is enough. We are going back to what we had 10 years ago.
Come on, Lisa.
It's funny, looking back on it now and getting that big, is like I wasn't looking in the mirror at myself, so I couldn't really see how big I was getting. But now looking back and I compare and I be like, Lord, I was huge.
Professional bodybuilder Lisa Lewis has been referred to as an Amazon. At a height of 5 feet 10, during the off-season she weighed in at 205 pounds. In competition, her weight was 193 with 3% body fat.
I'm 180 now. I like to come in competing at 160. The criteria is changing. They don't want the big girls anymore. They want us more defined, more detailed, simplifying our looks. I think the change is good and healthy for the sport, but I don't think that they're realizing that you can't tear the muscle down overnight.
Besides reducing her protein and carbohydrate intake, Lisa has to do at least 2 hours of cardiovascular exercise a day in order to reduce her size.
Lisa was my tomboy, believe it or not. Out of 4 girls, she was the roughest, and I never thought she would go this way. But I'm proud of her. I'm really proud of her. At first, I didn't like it. I thought it was more for a man. It wasn't feminine enough, you know.
In the beginning, I thought she was weird, really. But now it's changed. You know, I know a little bit more about it, and I'm proud of her too.
And after seeing Lisa perform on stage, she wasn't shy, and she was having fun, and she was kind of playing with the audience, and I found myself hollering for Lisa.
At this year's Olympia, Lisa came in 3rd place in the heavyweight division.
My daughter's a champion.
She's a winner.
She's a winner.
Oh, listen.
Women who are bodybuilders, naturally they want to be the biggest and the best they can be. And that's what bodybuilding is about.